Welcome back to our 10-acre homestead right here in New Zealand. Today we are tackling this area over here. I could be doing some weeding, but might leave that for the wife and the kids later. This area here, we're going to have a covered area, and we're going to have like a big tool rack. All our garden tools so we don't lose them in that. It's a bit of a pigsty over here, so I'm going to clean this up, I'm going to mow it up, and I'm going to start this framework, and hopefully I can get this up by maybe hopefully lunchtime. We'll see what happens. The hardest thing is going to be the tin. Deb's in that all week's probably been working on the goat pen. They're trying to get it ready for when we have the baby goats to be able to milk them. So they've been doing that all week, so they haven't been getting much videoing done. But yeah, I'm going to get into this. So all the chiddlers have come down now, and I'm trying to weed out the rest of that wooden panel. The hardest bit is down in that corner. It's going to take me a little while. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to set up the kids. They are going to plant some seeds for me. I've got another 2 bags of seed raising mix, and I've got some more seeds to plant. So spring's right around the corner, so we've got to keep planting seeds. So Adina, here's the bag here and the bag of seed raising mix. And there should be heaps of 6 trays in the big greenhouse. And yeah, get planted, guys.
Okay, so what's Dad doing? We don't know. We're actually doing all the work.
You guys.
Yeah, we're gonna cover it.
What are you doing?
Covering what? Planting the seeds. Planting the seeds! Bruh.
Do you guys want a carrot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely
Keep planting seeds then.
So the kids have run out of tags, so they're going up. We're going to cut up some ice cream container lids. Hopefully they've actually got some coming down. And just about to put up the rafters and stuff on here. I'll have to cut some bits in the tarp and that, or the weed mat. But yeah, that's basically how it's going to be. Hopefully it's going to look pretty. So everyone's just gone off for morning tea. I'm going to follow them on 1 bolt short, so hopefully I can find that and get this last frame up, and then it's going to start looking good. Okay, we're back down here. I've managed to put the last frame bolted together. I actually stole a bolt from that frame over there, the compost, so hopefully it doesn't come down on me. But I will replace that with another bolt probably Monday. So I'm just going to check on these guys' progress with their seeds and that, see if they're finished or not, and then I've just got to wait for my lovely wife to come down and help me put up that last frame. Then we can put some plywood and stuff like that on there. How are you guys going in here?
Practically done. It just needs to be watered.
Oh, we don't have the water on. Oh, but did you guys plant all of it?
Yeah.
Do you have any spare soil or no?
Yeah, down there.
Oh yeah, we'll keep planting the bigger ones out if you want. So this is where we're up to. We've got the ply on. We may need a bit of timber like behind it, because it's like a little bit kind of got a tiny bit of a warp in it. It is pretty solid, but I think it would just do a bit better with some wood behind it. Just screwed on that manifold system, but I'm just trying to get another bit of pipe going so we can get automatic water to the chickens, because quite often they got no water. The kids forget, so that'll eliminate that situation. And we're gonna go find one, take it out. Little Missy, we not play with that. And I have to get some tin for the roof. So we're going to go find some tin and all that. So we've got a few things to go and grab. So the roof is up. It's as good as it's going to get. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, as long as it doesn't blow away with the wind. I just have to trim that whole front piece. So I'll come back down here after lunch with a marker pen and some scissors so I can actually cut this weed mat as well. And then I'm pretty sure this job will be finished. So I've been really slack at videoing today, but we have finally cut all of that to size now. I need to get rid of those offcuts, cut the weed mat. So that's pretty much done. I've got to get some 4x2 and screw it to the back of there. And I've got the wrong fittings for the automatic waterer down here. I'll show you what kind of setup I've got. This is what mainly all the chickens have got, but it's just this white little thing here, and then it just yeah, they never run out of water basically. So yeah, it's just this little T piece here. It's like a 20mm, 15mm. I just need a little T there that I don't have, so it's gonna have to wait till like Monday. But we've screwed this little manifold system over here onto here, and Debs will be putting all those tools up with the kids sometime. This is her kind of little project thing. I kind of took over a bit. But yeah, we are finished up here, and it is getting a bit dark, even though it's daylight saving tomorrow. But we'll be back down here tomorrow with some different projects, and we'll catch you guys then. So it's the next day, and it might rain today or it might be sunny. I don't know yet, but for now, me and Enzo are just down here. We've been mowing a little strip down here. We're trying to clean the place up a little bit, so we're going to do a bit of cleaning up. We're going to do a bit of line trimming everywhere. We're going to chuck you guys on time lapse, and then we might plant some stuff. We might build a sand pit, see how we go. So that looks a lot better. That's using our own compost. I haven't used any in the garden yet, but I will be. I was going to use some actually this weekend, but maybe next weekend. Other things I've got on top of me. But I've used my own compost in there, and that's the rest of the post peel, so we've got no post peel left. But hopefully these trees give us figs. They've already got little figs on there. So yeah, hopefully we get a lot more than last year, because last year a lot of them rotted out, but the bigger this tree gets, the more figs we'll get, hopefully. Okay, I think at the moment I'm going to attempt, I've been putting this off for a long time, the sand pit. So I do need, I think I need the chainsaw or the drop saw, and some scissors to cut up this tarp, weed mat, and I think just a tape measure. I think that's it. I've already got the wood out there ready to go. Probably going to go too high, probably going to use that border as my border for the outside there, and yeah, I'm just going to basically wing the rest. Okay, I've cut the weed mat, laid it down. I'm not stapling it all down because I still don't know my layout, but this is basically how it's going to look, because we still want to put be able to go wheelbarrows through for our garden and that, and through the back. So it's going to look something like that. But I've just realized that I don't have enough wood down here, and to get the rest of the wood, this is going to break my back. I need my car's not here at the moment. It's getting fixed a little bit, so yeah. But as you can see, that's how it's going to look. Not sure if the border on the outside I'm going to put some wood or not. I think not. But I think, yeah, this will probably end up being, I reckon, 1.5 cubes, 2 cubes of sand. It's going to take a bit to fill, but not doing that this weekend. Sorry kids. I'm going to get back to mowing instead. So I'm in Adina's little part of her food forest down here, up in our syntropic food forest, and we've got a couple of trees that she's going to plant this afternoon, so I'm just going to give it a quick mow so she can actually plant some stuff. Okay, that's about as much as I can mow with one tank of gas. So maybe later I'll come down and mow the rest. It's a bit of a mission. I should really put the blade on it rather than the line. But I've done the job, and hopefully Adina wants to plant those 2 fruit trees in here and not on the side, because that side I haven't mowed. Probably she'll want to plant them that side. Let's hope not. If you're wondering about these banana trees here, yeah, they all look half dead. They got smashed by the frost, but they will come back. All the green leaves are coming up, so they'll get a bit of a prune soon, and maybe in a couple of weeks, and then we'll let them come back to life. Hopefully the hot weather will just make them push out, and we should probably feed them as well. But for now I'm going to go up, I'm going to see what the family's up to, and then hopefully bring Adina back down. So I've got Adina down here, and we're going to plant them. We've got one, I think it's a mandarin tree, and this is some kind of apple tree. We got free from Tasha, so thank you very much, Tasha, and we very much appreciate it. And Adina is going to plant them in her food forest. So where do you want to plant them, Adina? Just anywhere? In your rows maybe? Yeah? You're going to do it in one of my mowed bits, or you're going to do it over in not a mowed bit? Okay, cool. Let's plant. And there you have it. The mandarin and apple tree is planted. We're going to do quite a bit of work in here soon in Adina's area planting, but we're about a couple of weeks away from sort of the last frost date, so we're going to wait till after that, and then we'll start planting big time in here. Okay, I've been absent for a few hours now. I've been trying to start the lawnmower. I put some more gas in, and all of a sudden it does not want to turn over. I've flooded it or something. I've checked the spark plugs, they seem fine. Yeah, I think it's the only other thing is the battery. I'm going to take the battery up, I'll charge it overnight, but what a headache. So anyway, my wife's going to come down. We're going to go tell you some good news about our flats. So we're down here with the flats, and we've got some good news. We have got permission from the neighbour to redo this fence, put a ditch on the other side and mound on the other side, so the floodwater doesn't wipe out all the fencing and all the ostrich fencing and all these willow trees. We are going to clear as well. We're going to burn them all. That is going to happen very soon, because we just got some funding for it as well, so we have enough money now to go ahead and build this ostrich fence. So yeah, it's a little bit premature, because we don't know if they're going to hatch up there, but if they don't, we'll end up getting some ostriches.
3 are growing.
3 are growing, but we'll end up getting some ostriches from elsewhere if we can't. So yeah, this whole fence will be getting redone really soon. Try to save as much posts as we can, and these structures here from old pens, meat chickens, stuff like that, we are going to be moving them out of here too, so that's another whole job and a half. And all these flats, all this creek line, we're going to fence the whole lot. So over Christmas holidays, it's going to be a whole lot going on here with fencing. So down there where the ostrich fence is going to be, the corner is just going to be just over here. We will mark it out at some point soon. And just over here in this little gully over here, it's always quite waterlogged. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to dig it all out, and we'll re-fence that border between us and the neighbours. And we're actually going to dig a big pond here, and it's going to be like a frog pond, and we're going to put a little wharf out to the pond and that, plant lotuses and stuff in there. So it's going to be quite cool over there. And the emu fence, I did tell you guys we're getting emus, I think, but the emu fence is going to go across here. I've got a pipe that I'm going to put down here, so then we can actually build the fence on top of the pipe going over there. So that will be the emu fence, and we're actually going to fence the back there, but I might just go chicken mesh because I think they won't destroy that. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how we go with that. 2 metre high chicken mesh. But yeah, this willow tree here is going to go, but this line here is going to be the emu fence, but they're not going to have like a whole lot of room because they don't need that much room. And one reason about the pond, digging it out, is we're actually going to build them a house over here, but it floods, so what we're going to do is raise it up and build it on top, so when it does flood we can get them into there or get them up on the hill, one or the other. So it's going to be a bit hard up on the hill because of all the trees to be able to dig posts and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of our plan. Dig, put, and you get the drift. So it's definitely not a small job. So pretty much right here where this little red post is, so right over there, maybe even where that yellow one is, that next one over, you may not be able to see that, but in that straight line there, all this over here is going to be for the emus, and this is going to go straight up over there. So it's going to have to be another pipe in the ground there to be able to build the fence over. But I think that's quite enough area for like 2 or 3 of them. I'm not going to have like extravagant amount. And then on this side here, we're going to fence all this off properly. There's nothing been in here for quite a while, except for the neighbours' cows. It's going to be just for the goats. So the goats actually have I think maybe 2.5 acres up on this hill area over here, and that bridge we built over there, we will be making it so they can cross the bridge over there and then access these flats over here, so they'll have a lot more grazing land, which will be good. And if they don't work out, we will be getting a dairy cow, but not a bull. So apparently Enzo's been bringing bones out of this area, and Debs reckons it's the pig that we're missing a while ago. So
You want to come down here?
yeah.
As you can see the skull and like the jawbone and stuff.
Oh.
I'm going to go down here, but you walk along there.
I can't see that.
And you see the bone, you go, keep going.
Keep
to the
going.
log.
Come over here.
Pick up the bones and show them.
Picking that up?
Yeah.
Where am I?
Oh yeah.
I don't have gum boots.
Pick one up.
Do you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Careful, I don't know how long it is.
So down there is some bones. Most likely it will be that pig because she just disappeared. So yeah, she must have got washed down the creek one day, which is sad, but at least we've got a better conclusion of where she went.
Gus, why aren't you with your wife?
Who do you mean?
Your wife. That he's cheating on his wife.
So we're just over at the bridge over here that we made a couple of months ago. And who's this? Gus.
Gus.
Gus is supposed to be protecting her lady under the bunny cages
He's cheating on her.
from especially Enzo over here. So he's got another lady over there, so
Cupcake.
Cupcake, so he's left his other lady and come with Cupcake.
It's Cake's wife. Yeah. Cake has 2 wives.
She's
Like,
cheating.
they know each other.
Oh, so there's a lot of goose
She's
just
cheating.
Cheating around.
going in with shooting around, yeah.
You cheating.
But yeah, we just had to save the goose from Enzo. But yeah, this is the bridge that we made a few months ago. It is still standing, but we haven't had a flood, and we still haven't planted flaxes around it to hold the bank up. So yeah, it happens, life happens. So we've just come across the creek on our bridge and come up here to the goat side. The sheep is almost about to have babies. She's got udders growing, and a couple of these other goats around here are going to drop. What do you reckon?
Rosie is going to go first. She'll have 1. And then Sophia will have...
Do you reckon they're going to drop within the next week, or?
Rosie's definitely getting close. I feel her ligaments are almost gone.
So hopefully in a week or a couple of weeks we have baby goats and baby lambs. Down here really needs a makeover, this whole garden. I just want to see how the seedlings are going. Got most of our cucumbers up. okra's up, bitter melon, sunflowers, tomatoes, more okra, onions and that. I bought quite a lot of them over from the big greenhouse, where the kids did, just because they were getting fried in there, especially like eggplants and chilies and that. But I do not want to buy them from the store because they are very expensive. I'd rather, anything from seed I can grow, rather grow it from seed. Save a heck of a load of money. So I'm just going to water this and then water this big greenhouse. Which everything is growing pretty good. But I've got a whole empty space over here now, which I do actually have these Japanese raisin down here, trees that have to be potted up. So I think next weekend we are going to do maybe some propagation, some banana grass, some tithonia will probably pot up, and I'll probably pot these ones up, and I think there is some cherimoya as well to pot up. So it's quite a few things to pot up. Yeah, that's why I think the ostrich fence may have to wait a few weeks until the chaos of spring subsides, because all the stuff has to be done. I do not want to take away from the food forest and the garden for the ostriches and emus. That's just not what's going to happen. So I'm finishing the day with feeding all my rabbits. They are due to be fed. Matilda normally cleans out the cages on a Sunday, but she's decided she's going to do that tomorrow, which is fine. One less thing I have to do. She just gets a little bit of money for it. So I'm going to feed them, and then I'm going to catch you guys next week. And I'm not sure what next week's got installed for you guys, so just make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys later. Look out.